Have you ever hit a savings number that once felt impossible? Maybe it was $10,000. At one point, that number seemed unreal. You imagined how secure you'd feel once you saw 5 digits in your account. And then, a few months later, it was gone. A car repair, furniture, a trip you deserved. A couple bigger than usual purchases that didn't feel reckless at the time. Suddenly you're staring at your balance again, wondering how something that took months or years to build disappeared so quickly. Or maybe you're there right now, $10,000 sitting in your account, and you don't know what to do next. Here's the uncomfortable truth. What you do at $10,000 determines whether you build wealth or stay financially stuck for the next decade. And most people make the wrong move at exactly this moment. The $10,000 illusion. When people reach $10,000 in savings, they treat it like a finish line. It's not. It's the starting line. But your brain doesn't see it that way. Your brain sees relief. It sees reward. It sees permission. You sacrificed. You skipped things. You delayed gratification. So when you finally see 5 digits, your brain whispers, "You've earned something." And that's when it happens. You upgrade the car, you renovate something small, you book the vacation, you loosen spending just a little. Nothing extreme, nothing irresponsible, just slightly elevated living. And that's enough, because lifestyle creep doesn't feel dramatic. It feels reasonable. Until 6 months later, when that $10,000 quietly shrinks to $6,000. Then $4,000, then $2,500. And when a real emergency hits, you're nearly back at zero. That's the cycle. Save, relax, spend, emergency, reset, repeat. The brutal reality about $10,000. $10,000 is impressive and insignificant. It's impressive because a large percentage of people couldn't cover a $1,000 emergency without debt. Having $10,000 already puts you ahead of a huge portion of the population. You should be proud. But in terms of long-term financial security, $10,000 is fragile. It won't retire you. It won't secure your future. It won't protect you from prolonged unemployment. It's not wealth. It's foundation. And the mistake most people make is treating foundation like finished construction. Why $10,000 disappears so easily? The biggest problem isn't discipline, it's structure. Most people leave their entire savings in their checking account. So psychologically, it feels available. When your checking balance says $10,000, your brain registers, "I have $10,000 to use," even if you know it's savings. So spending adjusts upward. You go out more often, you upgrade things sooner, you justify small luxuries. Not because you're reckless, because the money is, and accessible. Small increases in spending, sustained over months, erode savings faster than one dramatic splurge ever could. Then an actual emergency hits. Now instead of being protected, you're exposed. And emotionally, it feels worse than before you ever saved it. That discouragement is what traps people financially. The turning point move. If you want $10,000 to change your life, instead of briefly visiting your account, you must divide it immediately. The day you hit it. Not after thinking about it. Not next month. Immediately. Because money without assignment gets spent. Money with a job behaves differently. Here's the structure. Step 1. Build a real emergency wall. Move $3,000 to $5,000 into a separate high-yield savings account. Not the same bank. Not the same checking account. Somewhere slightly inconvenient. Your emergency fund must feel psychologically separate. Not extra money, emergency money. And define emergency clearly. Car breakdown, job loss, medical issue. Not vacation, not new furniture, not a sale you don't want to miss. The friction matters. If transferring that money back takes a day or two, you introduce a pause between impulse and action. That pause protects you. Step 2. Put the rest to work. The remaining $5,000 to $7,000 should not sit idle. Idle cash loses value to inflation. After securing your emergency base, the rest needs growth. That means investing. Not stock picking, not chasing trends, not gambling on crypto tips. Broad, low-cost index funds. Simple, diversified, boring. Because investing isn't about excitement, it's about compounding. A few $1,000s invested consistently at average market returns can double over time. Overnight. But over years. And wealth is built in years. The real difference between broke and wealthy. The difference isn't income. It's what happens next. Most people hit $10,000 once, celebrate, drift, reset. Wealth builders hit $10,000 and install a system. Automatic transfers. Money flows into investments without decision. Emergency fund grows steadily. Lifestyle stays controlled. Motivation gets you to $10,000. Systems get you to $100,000. And systems operate when you're tired, when you're tempted, when life gets chaotic. The dangerous down payment trap. Here's where many people derail. They see $10,000 as a launchpad for a major purchase. House down payment, nicer car, business idea. And while those goals aren't wrong, using your entire savings to fund them resets you to zero. Now you have a monthly payment? No. Cushion. Increased financial pressure. One setback and you're stressed again. People who build wealth buy from strength. They accumulate 20,000, then 30,000, then 50,000. When they purchase something big, they still have reserves. They aren't stretching. They aren't fragile. They're stable. Patience feels slow, but fragility feels worse. The tax advantage most people ignore. Where you invest matters. If eligible, using a Roth IRA for early investing can be extremely powerful. Contribute after-tax dollars. Let growth compound tax-free. Over decades, that tax difference becomes enormous. The wealthy don't just invest. They invest efficiently. Small structural decisions early create massive differences later. Investing, they are not the same. Savings protect you. Investments grow you. Emergency fund equals stability. Index funds equals expansion. You need both. People who only save stay safe but stagnant. People who only invest stay exposed. Balance builds wealth. The fear of locking money away. Many people hesitate to invest because they fear losing access. They worked so hard to save that money. What if they need it? Here's the reality. With a proper emergency fund in place, you rarely need to touch investments. And even if you absolutely had to, most accounts are still accessible. The purpose of separation isn't restriction, it's protection. You're protecting yourself from casual erosion. The hard truth, most people won't do this. They'll agree with it, they'll understand it, they'll feel briefly motivated, and then they'll drift differently. If you divide that $10,000 immediately, automate contributions, resist premature upgrades, you just changed your trajectory. Not because of the amount, because of the structure. $10,000 is not wealth. It's proof. Proof you can delay gratification. Proof you can build discipline. Proof you can follow through. Handled correctly, it becomes the foundation of a financial system that compounds for decades. Handled casually, it becomes another temporary win that evaporates. 10 years from now, this moment will either be the time I finally started building wealth, or the time I almost did. The decision happens at $10,000, not at $1 million, not at retirement, right there. And most people don't realize how critical it is. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more content like this.